Hey, Wumburg World Entertainment, and more DC news is coming out to us. This one is a rumour, but everything is pointing to it being true, and if true, good Christ help us all. Now, James Gunn is doing the brand new DCU. Everything that we're seeing so far from it, not Spider-Man, hear me, bloody hell, Superman, just looks, it's like, oh my god, what is that? The suits and everything just look terrible. Now there's a rumour on who Booster Gold is going to be, because apparently the character has been cast, and oh boy. So let's jump into this. A new rumour is doing the rounds online, is claiming that the planned DC Studios Max Booster Gold series has found its lead, and the titular time-hopping hero will be played by an actor who made his MCU debut just 3 years ago. According to Nexus Point News, Kumail Nanjiani, who played Kingo in Marvel Studios' Eternals, has been cast as Michael John Carter in the upcoming DCU show. How much stock should we put in this? Well, the source has been reliable in the past and seems very confident in their story, so we'd say there might be something to it. If it is accurate, expected trades or James Gunn to confirm fairly soon. Nexus Point previously reported that Gunn and Peter Safran had tapped Danny McBride and a bunch of other people to do the show and all this crap. And it goes on and on and on. Gunn recently shot down a report that production was set to commence this month, but he did reveal that most of the DCU-based shows currently in the pipeline have set their creative teams, yada yada yada, whatever. James Gunn constantly shoots crap down, and then it turns out it's absolutely true. So back in 2022, Gunn asked his social media followers which character they have that has yet to appear in the DCU they'd most like to see on screen, and Booster won by some margin. Did he? Did he really? I highly doubt that. And how could you say, what character do you want to see in the DCU that hasn't been seen yet? When it's like, well, no character's been seen in the DCU yet because the DCU has only started. And it says, interestingly, Booster was the most requested character when I asked people on Mastodon what character they'd most like to see on screen, tweeted Gunn. I'm not creating stories by public vote, but I find it fascinating nevertheless. So, you asked people what character they most want to see. You say Booster Gold won it. You said you're not creating anything on people's vote, even though you put it to a vote, and then you're making Booster Gold. How exactly does that work? Now, as for Booster Gold himself, Kumail Nanjiani, are you kidding me? Let's just rip the band-aid off here. He's not exactly white, is he, with blonde hair? Now, what is it with this guy? And if you want to get offended by that, get offended by that. Let's look at it this way. This character is white with blonde hair, and you want this Indian guy to portray him. Right after his last superhero outing, he was an Indian guy who took the role from a Japanese character. That's who Kingo was in the comics. He was a Japanese character, and they switched that to be an Indian. And now you're saying DCU want to change the white guy with blonde hair to be the Indian guy, who is just boring. He's not a good actor. I don't know why people keep trying to make him this thing. He's not going to be a thing. He's a side actor. He's not someone you put front and center. You know, he's probably the worst part of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, you know, and that's saying something considering Patton Oswalt was in that movie. Thankfully he's barely in it. But Kumail Nanjiani was just like, he plays the same character in every movie and show he does. He's just always that awkward, I want to do this kind of person. And it's like, he's not Booster Gold. I don't care what anyone wants to say. Oh, it's time for change. If you're going to do this all the time, then I want a white Blade. I want a white Black Panther. Or give me a Chinese Black Panther and a white Blade. It only seems to ever go one way. What a terrible choice. Why would you do this? It's horrendous casting. And if you go onto Twitter and you look at this report on this and you see people's reaction to it, it's not good. People are not happy about it whatsoever. So this just looks like more garbage from the world of DCU under James Gunn. It's shocking and terrible. What are they thinking? They're killing it before it even starts. And of course, don't forget, this is phase 1, the first part of phase 1, and it's going to be 8 years. Does that mean we're going to have to wait another 8 years to get the second part of phase 1? Are we looking at 16 years to do a phase 1 for this crap? All this planning, all these announcements, and at the end of the day, if Superman bombs, it's done. There's no point continuing, because if the Superman movie bombs, you're done. You're toast. No one's going to want to go and see it. It's insane. But let me know what you guys think of this rumor. Do you believe it? If you do, or even if you don't, what do you think of the idea of Kumail Nanjiani playing Booster Gold? Let us know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So cheers, and I will catch you in the next one.